Here's a top 10 list for you. The top 10 per diem collectors in 2011, based on a recently released report. Per diems are mostly tax-free and based on an IRS formula for reimbursement. It pays $163 a day for food and lodging, whether these guys actually spent that much or not, because no receipts are required.
Yeah, they should behave just like everybody else in the business world. You have to document your expenses, and if you can't, you don't get reimbursed. That's not hard.
Are they legit? Yeah, because the IRS says this is a way of doing it so that you don't have to do itemization.
Rick Geist is fifth overall on the list and the top Republican. He collected an extra $25,000 in 2011, but says as transportation chairman, he's earned it.
This is all part of the compensation package. If and when the General Assembly wants to change that compensation package, they can.
But the per diem king is Philly Democrat Mark Cohen, who collected more than $39,000 in per diems. By phone, Cohen refused comment this week. Last year, he did the same on camera on the same topic.
I have no comment.
Cohen's chief of staff wouldn't go on camera Tuesday, but told me, quote, Cohen's here a lot, the expenses are legit, but you can draw your own conclusions. Critics are certainly doing that.
How does Mark Cohen get $39,000 in per diems? How does that happen?
That's the other thing that really frosts you, is that it's tax-free. They get Mark Cohen gets $39,000 extra, pays nothing in taxes on it. Give me a break.
Mark Cohen claimed nearly $40,000 extra, mostly tax-free dollars in 2011. How? Well, let us count the ways and show you, month by month. Here are the days the House was in session in January. Here are the days Cohen claimed per diems or expenses. February, March, April, May, June, July, no session, but Cohen's there. Same with August. September, October, November, December.
Mark Cohen is making more than an entire household, and he's doing it with tax-free second salary. That's totally unaccountable. You can't justify that on any grounds.
So many questions like, why does nobody in this building tell Mark Cohen to go home? What exactly is he doing for all that extra money for the taxpayers? And if he's spending so much time in Harrisburg, what's he doing for his constituents in Philadelphia? Good questions. But Mark Cohen refuses to comment.
I think it's abusive.
But House Republican Darrell Metcalf is speaking out. He says Cohen milks the system. Metcalf is one of the only people we could find in Harrisburg trying to stop the excess.
When I had Representative Cohen attempt to collect a per diem through visiting my committee within the last 5 minutes or so of the hearing, I objected to it, and I asked for the per diem not to be paid.
Also objectionable, in April 2011, the per diem rate changed from $157 to $158. Cohen put in several claims for that extra buck.
You're kidding. Oh, that's unbelievable. At what expense to the taxpayer to get an extra dollar to put in your pocket? Come on, Mark.
Cohen claimed most Sundays in 2011 and some Saturdays. He claimed Easter, Mother's Day, and the 4th of July, Hanukkah, the day after Christmas. Ultimately, his boss, the voters of his Philadelphia district, and they've been sending him to Harrisburg since 1974. Dennis Owens, ABC 27 News. Dauphin County recently posted this notice on a Harrisburg row home. It says the owner is delinquent on property taxes and in arrears $452.02. The house is in the shadow of the Capitol, and its owner, one of the longest-serving members in the House, Philly Democrat Mark Cohen.
You know, this goes beyond the pale. And this is hard for me to say that I'm almost speechless, but I don't know how you owe back taxes on a home that taxpayers are paying for.
In 2011, Cohen was the prince of per diems, claiming nearly $40,000 in mostly tax-free taxpayer money intended to reimburse lawmakers for lodging and meals while on business. But neighbors tell us this home is Cohen's lodging.
Per diems were not designed as an investment vehicle. Furthermore, we have to look at whether or not this guy is using his mortgage payment as a tax deduction. On top of that, we have to look at what happens to the money when he sells his home. That is the profit. Does it go back to the taxpayers or does he pocket it?
I have no comment.
Cohen repeatedly refuses to comment to ABC 27. He is via Facebook, however. After our per diem story, a Facebook friend asked Cohen why we're picking on him. Cohen's response, they're looking for scalps. I may well be the hardest working state legislator. What it comes down to is that I take very few days off, and they are trying to turn that into a scandal. Cohen was delinquent on his taxes Friday morning. We called Cohen's office at 1 p.m. seeking comment. By 2, the county reported, quote, someone just came in and paid them. So Cohen is no longer in arrears, and likely taxpayers bailed him out.
How many per diems is that? I mean, that's the sad part, is the way that he's going to reconcile his back tax problem is to take other per diems that he doesn't need.
I did check with officials in Harrisburg. They tell me Representative Cohen is current on his city and school district taxes. Dennis Owens, ABC 27 News.